Hey, you! I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
Dolly, what's your name, brother? Daniel, Dolly and Daniel. Now, when you go back to Deuteronomy 20:64, what he's going over so far, y'all understand, according to the Bible prophesied all these things will happen to us, right? Now, I got a question for my brother and my sister. When this happened to us, right? When this happened to us, who taught us education? Who taught us religion? The white man, the oppressor, right? Now, when we was in slavery, they taught us Baptists, because Baptists believe that you have to dip in water to be clean, right? At the time, we had to do that, right? And also in slavery, they also taught us Egyptology. You understand that? Because has anybody ever got mad at you for saying you believe in Egypt? No. You never hear nobody say, black man, Egypt? I got a problem with that. But does people have a problem with a black man saying that he's a Jew? Yes, they do. Why is that though?
Bring it out.
Why is that? Exactly. So I want you to pay attention, because during this time we were taught incorrectly our book, right? Because I noticed you have the piece on, right? And I know a lot of our people, we're trying to get back into our history. That's how we found ourselves into Kemet and things like that, right? Because guess what? We actually built those places, but we built them as slaves.
Bring it out.
Go back to that real quick, 28:64. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. So he scattered us amongst all people, whether it was Arab people, Chinese people, even real Egyptian people, right? Read. From the one end of the earth even unto the other. Because when we talk about slavery, we always think about America, right? Do you know the first scattering happened into Europe? Because a lot of us were scattered from Africa, because we do come from Africa, but we come from Northeast Africa, right? You have a lot of dark nations. We're not the only one. The Arab man, he's dark-skinned, ain't he?
Right.
But does he ever call himself an African-American? A man from Morocco is from Africa. Does he call himself African-American? No. But we call ourselves those things, because we've been scattered amongst them, right? Come on. And there thou shalt serve other gods. So now when you were scattered amongst them, guess what? Because we had to run out of our land, we ran into Africa, Northeast Africa. When you read in the Bible, Paul traveled to these areas to teach his people to repent. And he was trying to show them, listen, God scattered you for your disobedience. But while we scattered amongst them, we also learned their ways. You understand? We learned their customs. We started to basically become assimilated. Just like America. We're in America, and now our people got up and voted the other day, right? We vote. Does it change anything? No. So now God said as a punishment to his people, you scattered amongst all those people, and you learned what? And there thou shalt serve other gods. Other what? Other gods. Because check it out. Black people had black people in slavery. But they understood that one was a different nation from another. You understand? Get that real quick. Exodus 11:7. I'm going to show you that. And then we come back right there. That's what a lot of us don't really think about that. We just be like, you know what? Egypt, because we look at Egypt like something glorious, right? In America, who built America? We did. But we never talk about those stuff really. We just try to assimilate and tell America, you know what? I'm trying to live peaceably with you. But America don't love us. You understand? Because America understands we are slaves in this land. We don't know that. So I want to show you, although we're all dark-skinned people, God made a difference. Read that. The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. So God said against the children of Israel, so-called blacks and Hispanics, nobody should be talking crap about none of us. Read. Against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doeth put a difference. He put a what? A difference. So he put a difference, read, between the Egyptians, ancient Egyptians. Are they dark-skinned people? So God said he put a difference between who? Between the Egyptians and the Israelites and the children of Israel. He made a difference. You know what that difference is? Give me Psalms 147:19. The difference is he gave us the commandments.
Right.
Because real Egyptians, they keep a lot of customs that's highly suspect. Like, I'm gonna ask you a real question, right? You married right now? You're not married, but you got a lady? No? Now, you ever been with a lady? Obviously, right? Did you know that true Egyptians, they believe in homosexuality? Now, if they believe in that, right? Do you believe in that? So then, why would you want to have any kind of involvement with it at all? You wouldn't, right? Because imagine if you're walking with a dude and he's flaming. A man look at you together, you know what he gonna think, right? As is your friend, so are you, right? And God said we're supposed to abstain from the appearances of all evil, right? Read that real quick.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19.
So I'm gonna show you the difference between us and them.
He showed his word unto Jacob.
God said he showed his word unto Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of the nation of Israel. His name was changed to Israel. That's why our name is Israel, right? So God said he showed his word unto Jacob, right? Come on.
His statutes and judgments unto Israel. Unto Israel.
Oh, he showed statutes. Statutes is like sub-laws, right? Like, for example, it said thou shalt not kill. Now, you might not know this. One of the laws that fall under that, you're not supposed to rape. You're not supposed to have hatred. He showed those stuff unto Israel. Read.
He have not dealt so.
He what?
He have not dealt so.
Now, concerning the other nations, Egyptians, right? Read.
With any nation.
He didn't deal with the other nations like that. I'm going to show you an example. Get Exodus chapter 5. Pharaoh, right? Pharaoh. You got Pharaoh Ramses II, right? That's who was running things during the 18th dynasty when we was actually in slavery, right? Listen to what Pharaoh says out of his own mouth, because God said, I never talked to them like that, right? Listen to what Pharaoh says.
The book of Exodus, chapter 5, verse 1. And afterward, Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, let my people go.
So they went to an Egyptian and said, listen, God, the heaven and earth, said, let my people go, right? Read.
That they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness.
So we can go serve our God. Read.
And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord?
What did Pharaoh say?
Who is the Lord?
Why Pharaoh don't know the Lord that made the heaven and earth? Because God put a difference. I'm not dealing with them the same way. You understand? Right. We are not on the same level. Read that part again.
And Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey his voice?
Pharaoh said, who is the Lord that I should obey his voice? What happened to ancient Egyptians? They got destroyed. Now, they wasn't totally eradicated, but where's their kingdom? Are they ruling? Where are they right now? You can't even tell.
Right.
Bro, they're on the bottom of society. Look at their nation right now. They utterly wasted. Now, check it out. The Bible going to back it up right now, right? Because Pharaoh said, I don't know the Lord. So what did God do? He destroyed them.
Bring it out.
He destroyed them for you. Read what you got.
The book of Exodus, chapter 29. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 29, verse 9. And the land of Egypt shall be desolate.
The land of Egypt going to be what?
The land of Egypt shall be desolate.
Right, you see how the Bible's a true book right now, right?
Bring it out.
Now check it out. Ezekiel, which is an Israelite, God gave him the word to write this unto us today, because back then Egypt was still thriving.
Right.
It was still thriving at one point, right? Read it again.
And the land of Egypt shall be desolate and waste.
And it's going to be desolate and waste. Is it not destroyed today? Is it not a wasteland today? So should we actually be having an affinity to Egypt? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Read.
And they shall know that I am the Lord.
So now you're finding out that you shouldn't have no dealings with Egypt, right? Should that Egyptian symbol be on your neck right now? So what you going to do about it? You going to serve God, or you going to serve a base nation that's been destroyed, that's not even you?
Bring it out.
That you better than. What you going to do? So you know how you serve God? Take that thing off. That's how you serve God. Now this is the thing. It ain't about doing it for me. Because give me Deuteronomy chapter 7. It's for you, exactly. You want to make sure your conscience is good with the Lord.
Right.
So if you continue to wear that around your neck after you know the truth, that means you don't really believe in serving the Lord.
Bring it out.
Now I'm going to show you something real quick. You got what I want? Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 25. Because you may take it off, right? You're going to take it back home with you? All praise to the Most High. Get that brother a clap for that. Bruh, now, I'm going to ask you a question. The piece on it, is it real? It's gold? Like, you pay good money for it, right? Alright, you know what you could do with that thing? you could go pawn it and get rid of it. That's a solution. But I'm going to show you something else, because be mindful of how you bring those stuff in your house. All right? Read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 5. But thus shall you deal with them. You shall destroy their altars.
You should do what?
You shall destroy their altars.
Even back then, when we went into our promised land, God said the way the nations serve like that, you're supposed to destroy their altars, right? Because they used to bring sacrifices to their altars, read?
And break down their images.
And do what to their images?
And break down their images.
You know why God told us that? Because when we went in the land, if we saw the images of the other nations, what you think we was going to do? Huh? Try to be like them. That's why God said, I'm going to give you a solution. Break down the images, read?
Right. And cut down their groves.
And cut down their groves. They used to cut down trees and go worship their gods under the trees, read?
And burn their graven images with fire.
Now, that's a graven image, right? What did God tell you to do with it? Burn it with fire. Now, I know you probably ain't got fire for it. I know you spend a couple dollars in it. Get your money back.
Right.
And take that thing back and get rid of it. Read.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Because he said you better than them. Holy means separate. So if you ain't trying to be like them, get rid of it, right? Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
You're supposed to be above all people. Go back to 726. That's what I want. 726. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring any abomination into thy house.
What did God tell you to do? Don't bring it in your crib.
Right.
Don't bring it in your crib. Now you got two options. You can either toss that thing right now, or hey, to get your money back, but be mindful of bringing it in your crib. All right, my brother. You got a flyer, right? Check out the back of the flyer. Now, you been to church before, growing up? Yeah, we all been. Church ever really put you on a game like this before? All praises. And if you want to continue to learn, on the back of that flyer, brother, there's a phone number to check it out. We don't want no money. We want our people to get right.
That's right.
That's what we want. We want to educate our people so you can educate the next man so they can get themselves right. Because as simple as that idol is around your neck, God destroyed us for that thing.
Right.
God let this happen to us. Because basically we're like, you know what? We want to serve them. God said, okay, I'll let you serve them. But what did they do to you? They destroyed us.
Right.
Took away your nationality, took away your heritage, and gave you what? Egyptology, gave you garbage. Because they understand as long as you do that, God is never going to fight for you.
Bring it out.
You understand, my brother? So like I said, in the back of the flyer, you learning all praises. Like right now, there's something you're doing that you're keeping a commandment. Did you know that? There's a commandment you're keeping right now. You know what it is? Get Leviticus 21:5. I'm going to show you something. You already keeping something you don't even know.
Right.
That right there you just did, that's one commandment. But there's something that you're physically keeping right now. Leviticus 21:5.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Now I got a question. Did you take a razor and shave off the top of their head? Somewhat, right? Because I could tell maybe he's going naturally bald, right? There's nothing wrong with going naturally bald. But he said we're not supposed to make baldness, like Michael Jordan, for instance, right? He was going bald and he took a razor and destroyed it. Guess where we learned that thing from? Egypt.
Right.
That is an Egyptian custom. The pharaohs would bald off their head. They had the one little ponytail hanging out all dangly, looking effeminate. Even when we was in slavery, look what they did to us. They used to shave off our beard, have us looking smooth, and call us a boy. Right? So I want you to hear the law again.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So we wasn't supposed to make our head bald. If it went bald, you fine, right? Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So you didn't shave off the corner of your beard. I wanted to show you already keeping that. Keep it up.
That's
and
right.
you didn't even know that. But guess what? You was doing stuff that came naturally to your spirit.
Right.
You understand? So you're not supposed to destroy the corner of your beard. They actually did that to us in slavery. And even in the history, King David time, other nations did that to us as well. You understand?
Right.
So that's the law you keep it right now. So I exhort you, my brother, continue to learn, but reach out if you're trying to build and grow. All right?
Scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.